Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur ATIRAH binti Mat Hussein. Me and my friends FATIN, LUQMAN and FASIHAH will talk about the benefit of plastic waste. Plastic are a group materials either synthetic or naturally occurring that may be shaped and soft and then hardened to retain the given shapes. Plastic are polymers, which is a substance made up from repeating units. The properties of plastic are numerous. For the most part, firstly, they are lightweight with a high strength to weight ratio. Second, can be manufactured inexpensively and mass produced. Third, water resistant. Fourth, shock resistant. And last, thermally and electrically insulating. Here are 5 commonly examples of plastic. First, polyethylene terephthalate. Second, polyvinyl chloride, polypropylene, polystyrene, and lastly, low-density polyethylene. Growth of a population in a country can contribute to high production of waste. Municipal waste and industrial waste can bring unhealthy and unpleasant environment or even disease to human beings if the waste are not managed properly. With increasing concern over waste and the needs for greener products, it is necessary to carry out life cycle assessment of product, and this will help manufacturers take the first step towards greener design by assessing their product's carbon output. Life cycle assessment is a process to evaluate the environmental burden associated with a product, process or activity by identifying and quantifying energy and material use and waste released to the environment, and to assess the impact of those energy and material use and release to the environment.
Issue of the plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is the accumulation in the environment of synthetic plastic products to the point that they create problems for wildlife and their habitats, as well as for the human population. Plastic is an incredibly useful material, but it is also made from toxic compounds known to cause illness, and since it is meant for durability, it is not biodegradable. Since its commercial development in the 1950s, plastic has been a real success. Its global production is growing exponentially. Its success comes from its remarkable qualities, which is easy of shaping, low cost, and also mechanical resistant. Being the ideal material for packaging, plastic is basically everywhere. But what are the main causes of plastic pollution? Negligence. Negligence is the main cause. In fact, it is estimated that 80% of marine litter comes from the land. This pollution comes mainly from household waste, which is poorly recycled, dumped in the landfill, or abandoned in nature. This waste is carried by the wind, pushed by the rain into the sewer, stream, river, and finally in the oceans. Natural disasters such as floods must be considered as the other causes of plastic pollution as well. This pollution can have harmful effect on the land and rivers by affecting wildlife and habitats, but also on human health. Environment. This plastic debris represents a chemical pollution in several ways. They contain compounds that can be chemically transferred to organisms during ingestion. Some of these molecules are potentially toxic and can accumulate in the body. Besides, Plastic bags also affect the growth of crops by hindering the process of photosynthesis in agricultural fields. Animals. The most direct effect of plastic pollution is the imprisonment of animals in nets or large debris. It is a cause of significant mortality of marine mammals, turtles, and birds. A second direct effect is ingestion that concerns the entire food chains of the marine ecosystem. Humans. Because of chemical additive used during plastic production, plastics has potentially harmful effect on human health. Indeed, exposure to toxic chemicals coming out of plastic can cause cancers, birth defects, impact immunity, and other health problems.
Creating value from plastic waste is a way to overcome plastic waste pollution. In order to create value from plastic waste, United Nations Environmental Programme were established in 1972. United Nations Environment Programme is the global authority that set the environmental agenda. Since then, there are 4 initiatives that has been taken. First, Clean Sea campaign to break humanity addiction to unnecessary and avoidable plastic. Second, Global Partnership on Marine Litter, providing platform for cooperation and coordination. Third is New Plastic Economy Global Commitment, providing a voluntary framework for countries to deliver action. Fourth is Global Tourism Plastic Initiative, giving opportunity for tourism sector addressing the root cause of plastic pollution. In creating value from plastic waste, Korea introduced measures in 2019 to limit plastic waste, including ban on single-use plastic. Korean government promised to cut plastic use by 60% before 2030 and become plastic-free society by 2050. In Malaysia, Petronas Chemical Group has prioritized addressing plastic waste and pollution issues with its own new plastic economy initiative. Petronas Chemical Group changing the mindset of plastic as a waste to plastic as a resource through the 4 pillars of Petronas Chemical Group's new plastic economy, which is education, innovation, cleanup, and infrastructure. Petronas Chemical Group target is to recover 100% of plastic waste equivalent to its production value of polymer for the Malaysia market by 2030. Other than that, one of the campaigns that has been taken by the government is No Plastic Bag Day campaign. Penang is the first continent to initiate this campaign on July 2009. Then this campaign being followed by Pahang and other continents. On August 2010, the monthly average shows more than 20,000 plastic bags have been reduced for every hypermarket and supermarket since it was launched in Penang.
Oh, hi everybody, I'm FASIHAH. So as you can see, there are a lot of plastic waste around me and in our environments. To get a cleaner environment, let's practice and follow the 5 R. 1. Reduce. 2. Recycle. 3. Reuse. 4. Reuse. 5. Recycle. 6. Reuse. 7. Reuse. 8. Recycle. 9. Reuse. 10. Reuse. 11. Recycle. 12. Reuse. 13. Reuse. 14. Reuse. 15. Reuse. 16. Reuse. 17. Reuse. 18. Recycle. 19. Reuse. 20. Reuse. 21. Recycle. 22. Reuse. 23. Reuse. 24. Recycle. 25. Reuse. 26. Reuse. 27. Reuse. 28. Recycle. 29. Reuse. 30. Recycle. 31. Reuse. 32. Recycle. 33. Reuse. 34. Recycle. 35. Reuse. 36. Recycle. 37. Reuse. 38. Recycle. 39. Reuse. 40. Recycle. 41. Recycle. 42. Recycle. 43. Recycle. 44. Recycle. 45. Reuse. 46. Recycle. 47. Reuse. 48. Recycle. 49. Reuse Alright, the 5 R's are 1. Refuse, 2nd, reduce, 3rd, reuse, 4th, repurpose or reinvent, and the last one, number 5, is recycle. Let's go to step 1, which is refuse. Learning to refuse waste can take some practice, but incorporating this practice into our life is the most effective ways to minimize the waste. For examples, avoid using plastic bottle, plastic bag, and as well as straws. Step 2 is reduce. Unfortunately, there may be situations where we can avoid buying plastic. In this situation, try to reduce the use of the plastic by using glass for your coffee rather than a plastic cup. Second, purchase a reusable lunch bag or box for carrying your lunch for your work or anywhere you go. Step 3, reuse. Single-use plastic have created throwaway culture by normalizing consumer behavior using materials once and then throws them away. What can we do? In order to reuse plastic, by reusing more durable container to store food and beverage, for example, Tupperware. Or using reusable canvas bag for shopping. Step 4. Repurpose or reinvent. For every item that can be refused, reduced or reused, try repurposing it or reinvent it into something new. For example, this water bottle. Believe it or not, we can transform this water bottle from this into a beautiful vase and as well as a beautiful flowers. Step 5. Recycle. Recycle is most environmentally friendly waste disposable method. Try to learn and practice the correct ways to recycle bottle plastic. Let's recycle. To conclude, there are many types of plastic. Plastic are used in a variety of purposes. There are plastic that can be recycled and reused, but there are some that are producing a hazardous material when using several times. Plastic waste can lead to plastic pollution. Plastic pollution is caused by the accumulating of contaminated plastic material in the environment. Plastic contamination has many negative effects to our environment. In order to prevent and reducing plastic waste in our environment, we, consumers, can learn and practice the 5 R's, which is refuse, reduce, reuse, repurposing or reinvent, and recycle. Lastly, in order to make a better future for the next generations, let's make a difference, take actions, stop plastic pollution, and let's do it together.